I've supported Ordsall Community Arts in a range of ways, really. I first met them actually when this place was a dump, to be honest with you. It was a sort of half derelict building. To see the journey that they've come on over the last two and a half years is amazing. Essentially what we wanted to do was quality assure them, to make sure that they were safe to accept our referrals through social prescribing. So that included the policies and procedures, the structure and the governance. The next step was to work on what they wanted to achieve. So they really wanted to provide a range of support that meets the needs of the community that they're supporting. We've worked on various funding applications. We've put Ordsall Arts on a range of training, wellbeing conversations training, community first aid training and stress and anxiety training, which really puts them in a strong position to be able to support the clients that we send to them. So once we've quality assured the group to make sure that they're safe to accept referrals, we need to set up a referral pathway. And that is essentially a way in which community connectors will refer Gary, for example, into this organisation. Caroline, the community connector, will build a relationship with Ordsall Community Arts. She will come down, get to know them, and then she will sort of integrate Gary into their sessions and activities.
Gary came through on a referral from his GP. He'd suffered a stroke a few years ago and he was feeling a bit isolated and a bit depressed and a bit of anxiety. I gave Gary a call, we had a chat about what matters to him, and I shared quite a few local offers with him, and he was actually interested in meeting me here at Ordsall Arts to meet George for the wood carving.
I did a wood carving and I got run over and I was in a wheelchair, and I had a fractured skull and some brain injuries. I've always been active, so I looked for a hobby because I was in a wheelchair, and I saw wood carving and learnt myself wood carving, which seemed to help me a lot. The council gave us permission to reuse what was Ordsall Community Arts, which was disbanded. The amount of talent, natural talent that there is in the area is unbelievable. People who wouldn't normally get involved with art. I wouldn't have dreamed of doing any art.
We met here, we met George, introduced him, showed him around the workshop. He's seen some of the carvings, he'd not done it before, but George was really encouraging, said it was fine for beginners, so not to worry about anything like that. And Gary seemed really keen to make us start. He came again the next week, and then every time I've come since to pop in for any other reason, Gary's here. And he's produced a lot of amazing carvings. It's
very relaxing. Everybody that's attended has said how relaxing it actually is once they get past the first two lessons, when they're a little bit tense. It's helping a lot of people. Because
he's here, he comes in most days of the week. He likes the fact that it's not a structure. He can come and go as he pleases. It's improved his well-being. He feels less isolated. He's made some friends here. He gets on really well with George and Nick, to the point now where he's doing a bit of volunteering here as well. So I think it's completely been quite life-changing for him, to be honest.
What's amazing with Gary is he's come down here and he now supports any clients that Caroline or any of the other community connectors will refer into here.
When Gary first came, I won't say he was withdrawn, but he more kept himself to himself. He's picked up the skills so quickly, and it became evident that it's in Gary's nature to be ultra helpful. So instead of just carving, he was like rearranging things, and if anyone needs any, because it's just me and George doing all the heavy lifting, Gary's there straight away. And now he's in here nearly as often as I am, and he's got to such a level with his carvery and the way he interacts with people, that me and George can go and have a meeting, or we have to go somewhere, and we can leave Gary in charge. He's just come on so much. He's gone from being slightly withdrawn and a bit to member of the family.
It's great to see his journey because he now volunteers here. That was possible because I worked with Nick and George to set up a volunteering policy and a volunteering procedure.
Dom is brilliant because me and George, we worked together as a brilliant team, but we were completely new. But Dom's got all the facts, he's got all the figures, he's always at the end of the line, or I can just email him. And when I put a bid in, Dom's there straight away, he's adding his bits, he knows how many people have been prescribed, he knows what areas have come from, and he'll get straight back to it and let me know. and then I know how to brush it up, and then at the end of it all, he tells me it's me that's done the good job, when half of it's come from Dom.
So they run a range of projects now, which is really diverse, from food provision to wood carving to being a warm hub space, and it's really exciting to see what's going to be coming in the future for them as they potentially move into becoming a charitable organisation.
People don't realise what's on offer in their local community. So, you know, Gary lived on this estate and didn't realise that this was here and this was taking place. So with Wellbeing Matters, because we share that information, we have the local knowledge about what's going on, and we try and best, you know, fit that to the person based on their interest in the conversations that we have. I just think it's such a vital service, because without it, you know, I think the isolation would continue and people just wouldn't realise what's out there for them in their community.